5:13. Come on.
Discovery, Roger. Go for deploy.
2, 1,
0.
And liftoff. Liftoff. Americans return to space as Discovery clears the tower.
You should listen what I say, so the whole thing is there, so we can discuss about it.
Oh, I forgot to play our video.
Hey,
Always
great.
full of surprises, but what made this year's ceremony truly stand out?
Mommy! Mommy!
From unexpected wins and shocking snubs to heartwarming tributes, which moments had everyone talking?
I've done this before. Thank you.
And who delivered the performances that stole the show? Let's dive into the highlights from one of Hollywood's most unforgettable nights. As always, the Oscars closed out award season with a bang, and they did it in the best way possible. The red carpet was a spectacle of jaw-dropping celebrity fashion. Don't worry, we've got you covered on that separately. But for now, let's head straight to the stage, where the real magic happened. The night kicked off in true Hollywood style with a nostalgic movie montage celebrating Los Angeles. The reel featured iconic clips from La La Land, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and more. A fitting tribute as the city continues to recover from January's devastating wildfires. Then came the musical magic. Ariana Grande, dazzling in a sparkling red gown, took the stage to perform Over the Rainbow against a dreamy night sky backdrop. Right after, her Wicked co-star Cynthia Erivo delivered a powerful rendition of Home from the Wiz. But the real showstopper? The two vocal powerhouses teaming up for Defying Gravity. A moment so electrifying it earned them a thunderous standing ovation. Then it was time for this year's Oscars host, Conan O'Brien. And let's just say he didn't hold back. Introduced as a four-time Oscars viewer, he kicked things off with his signature sharp humor, taking playful jabs at each of the Best Picture nominees.
This is actually Ralph Fiennes' third time being nominated. Yeah. If he doesn't win tonight, we all get to call him Ralph. Hey, Ralph, give me a towel.
Of course, he also made sure to compliment the audience on looking their best, well, almost everyone. The one exception, Adam Sandler, who casually showed up in basketball shorts and a bright blue hoodie.
You're dressed like a guy playing video poker at 2 a.m., Adam.
Sandler, completely unfazed, just shrugged. "I don't care about what I wear and don't wear," he said, before casually making his way out of the audience with a very important stop.
One more thing. Chalamet!
Of course, Conan O'Brien couldn't resist addressing one of the season's biggest controversies, Carla Sofia Gascon's nomination for Emilia Perez. He joked that the only person who dropped more F-bombs than Honora was Gascon's publicist. Carla, the first openly transgender woman nominated for Best Actress, faced major online backlash after past offensive deleted posts resurfaced. But Conan had the perfect punchline.
And Carla, if you are going to tweet about the Oscars, remember, my name is Jimmy Kimmel.
It was a hilarious nod to Kimmel's four-time hosting streak, including last year's ceremony. Conan also made sure to remind everyone of the night's golden rule: keep those speeches short. In fact, he promised not to waste any time himself, and then immediately did the opposite, wrapping up his monologue with a full-blown musical number about not wasting time. But he wasn't the only one to ignore that rule. One winner took things to the next level, but first things first. Last year's Best Supporting Actor winner, Robert Downey Jr., returned to the stage to present this year's award, and it went to the absolute fan favorite Kieran Culkin for his role in A Real Pain. He thanked his co-star and director Jesse Eisenberg and gave a heartfelt shout-out to his wife, Jazz Charton. But the best part, Kieran recounted a conversation from last year when Jazz promised him not one but two more kids if he won an Oscar.
No pressure. I love you. I'm really sorry I did this again. And let's get cracking on those kids. What do you say? I love you.
So, looks like we're all waiting to see what happens next. Meanwhile, Zoe Saldana is officially an Academy Award winner. After sweeping the major awards this season, she capped it off by taking home Best Supporting Actress at the 2025 Oscars. Zoe also made history as the first American of Dominican origin to win this honor.
I know I will not be the last. I hope.
She was surrounded by her entire family and gave special thanks to her mom and husband, who, just like the rest of us, couldn't hold back the tears.
The biggest honor in my life is being your partner. You hung the moon and our beautiful, perfect suns, Sai, Bowie, and Zen. They fill our skies every night with stars.
And speaking of big wins, Emilia Perez was one of the top contenders this year with an impressive 13 nominations. The film also took home the Oscar for Best Original Song for El Mal, presented by none other than Mick Jagger. Flo won Best Animated Feature, delivering Latvia its first ever Oscar, and its team literally jumped for joy. The award was presented by Andrew Garfield and Goldie Hawn, who shared a truly sweet moment on stage.
There's a person who gave my mother, during her life, the most joy, the most comfort.
It was especially touching since Garfield's mother, Lynn, passed away from pancreatic cancer in 2019. The duo also presented Best Animated Short Film to the team behind the Iranian work In the Shadow of the Cypress, and they had quite the story to tell. The creators left the audience in shock when they revealed they had landed in Los Angeles just 3 hours before the ceremony. Shirin Sohani added that they had only received their visas the day before and could hardly believe they were actually standing on that stage. And then came another unforgettable moment when Wicked costume designer Paul Tazewell took home the Oscar.
I'm the first black man to receive the Costume Design Award for my work on Wicked.
Wicked, which racked up an impressive 10 nominations, also nabbed Best Production Design, while The Substance took home the Oscar for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. Meanwhile, Dune Part 2 scored back-to-back wins for Best Sound and Best Visual Effects. Conclave was crowned Best Adapted Screenplay, and writer Peter Stragan dedicated the award to his daughter, joking, "This is for you," before quickly adding, "But it's still mine." The Brazilian film I'm Still Here, starring Fernanda Torres, won Best International Film, marking director Walter Salles' first Oscar win after 5 nominations. One of the biggest winners of the night, Brutalist. The film took home 3 Oscars for Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, and Best Actor in a Leading Role. Adrian Brody claimed his second Academy Award for yet another powerful performance, this time in a drama about a Holocaust survivor. 22 years ago, he made history as the youngest Best Actor winner at just 29 for his role in The Pianist. And this time, he might have won another unofficial award for the longest speech of the night. Brody's heartfelt gratitude included sweet thanks to his partner, Georgina Chapman, and her kids. The orchestra tried to cut him off not once, but twice, but he found a way to keep going.
Please, I'm wrapping up. I will wrap up. Please turn the music off. I've done this before. Thank you. Wonderful. It's not my first rodeo.
And in the end, Adrian Brody wrapped up his speech with some incredibly important words.
I pray for a healthier and a happier and a more inclusive world. And I believe if the past can teach us anything, it's a reminder to not let hate go unchecked.
Now this nomination was one of the most anticipated of the night, because Timothée Chalamet had a shot at tying Adrian Brody's record for his role in A Complete Unknown. He's 29 too. So, who was the absolute triumphant winner of the evening? Anora. The film dominated the night, taking home an incredible 5 awards out of 6 nominations. Sean Baker won Best Original Screenplay and dedicated the Oscar to the sex workers who inspired the film. He also picked up awards for Best Film Editing and Best Director, cementing Anora's place in Oscar history.
Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. Thank you for everything. And this is for you.
And then came one of the biggest shockers of the night. Mikey Madison won Best Actress, beating out Demi Moore in a surprise victory.
I'm honored to be recognized alongside all of you. This is a dream come true.
But Anora wasn't done yet. To cap it all off, the film took home the biggest honor of the night, Best Picture at the 2025 Oscars. Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal had the honor of presenting the award, bringing an iconic When Harry Met Sally reunion to the Oscars stage. And of course, they couldn't resist, slipping in one of the film's most legendary lines, adding the perfect nostalgic touch to an unforgettable evening.
When you have a chance to be an Oscar winner for the rest of your life, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
One of the brightest moments of the night, the James Bond tribute, or more specifically, a well-deserved shout-out to producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, who had already received honorary Oscars. Former Bond girl Halle Berry took the stage to introduce the performance, which opened with a dramatic orchestral rendition of the iconic Bond theme. Then came a show-stopping moment. The Substance star Margaret Qualley delivered a stunning dance number as a Bond girl. But the real knockout? An incredible performance from Lisa of Blackpink, Doja Cat, and Ray. The dynamic trio delivered an electrifying performance, earning a thunderous standing ovation. And they weren't the only ones. Firefighters who had battled the Eaton and Palisades wildfires were also invited on stage, and of course received a well-earned standing ovation. And we've got to say, they showed an amazing sense of humor too.
Well, our hearts go out to all of those who have lost their homes. And I'm talking about the producers of Joker 2.
There was also the traditional tribute to the actors we lost this year, presented by the legendary Morgan Freeman. He delivered an emotional speech about his dear friend and fellow actor Gene Hackman, who sadly was found dead at his home last week.
Gene always said, "I don't think about legacy. I just hope people remember me as someone who tried to do good work."
Interestingly, some people on social media pointed out that Michelle Trachtenberg was not included in this year's In Memoriam segment. Another iconic moment came when Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg honored the musical genius Quincy Jones. Queen Latifah then took the stage to perform a stunning rendition of Ease On Down the Road from The Wiz. Jones, who served as the musical supervisor and producer for the film, met his most famous collaborator, Michael Jackson, through this project.
Well, I guess that was the Oscars. Good night, everybody. No, I'm kidding. Just before we get rolling in this, tonight's podcast is brought to you by our friends at Trophy Smack and by the Down the Middle podcast. We will talk about them later, but right now we're talking about these super, super important awards that so many people give a flying shit about, and
here we go.
Super important
Why
to
you
watch.
always gotta be the older guy? Why
Okay, I can explain
you're
this.
not a normal guy?
I can explain this. Generally speaking, I find award ceremonies to be overly masturbatory, and if I want to watch people jerk off,
Masturbatory?
Yeah.
Masturbatory?
yes, that's a word. I promise. You can look it up.
I know, dude. I don't need to look it up. I'm
I know.
explaining for the people that just work in Walmart, okay? Okay?
Yeah.
Keep going.
And here's the thing: if I want to watch people jerk themselves off, I can watch porn.
Well, depend what kind of porn.
This is true. There are different kinds of porn.
What if the point to watch somebody masturbate and say what?
So
anyway,
there's a reason that the Artie Awards have user voting, because for a very long time, and I'm not alone here, the opinion of the Academy is like it's overly politicized. It favors certain types of movies, not necessarily quality, and it's just like, who fucking actually watched Anora?
Yeah. Okay, let me tell you what happened with Anora. Sadly, it was 1 week in the movie theaters.
Yeah.
When you follow the podcast and you know me, I go to every possible movie. And Anora, I couldn't watch it because it was just a couple of days. Now, they're relaunching it, obviously, and it's going to be in the theaters again this Friday. Now, before we jump into your nightmare of comments hating this, we have a special guest in a couple of minutes. So we're going to make a pause on the Oscars. But let me tell you something before we got into that. This is really important. The Oscars existed because Mr. Mayor. Do you know that story?
No, you told me to pause.
Yeah.
But you
Imagine
told
if a
me
character-
to freeze.
I know. Imagine a character from He-Man and the Master of the Universe that his name was Man-O-Pause. Anyway, and his little thing, masturbatory. Anyway,
You think that was the problem with what's her name, the star of Amelia Perez? She had menopause.
That's funny. Anyway, let me explain you really fast. When the Wild Wild West was Hollywood, when they moved all the studios to California, everybody was doing whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't pay the actors well, they didn't pay the workers well. And Mr. Mayor from Metro Golden Mayer.
Yeah.
And you people can look it up if you don't believe me. And if you don't believe in, just go and watch another podcast. What is the point of being here? Anyway, so they start creating the unions. One day he said, I want the scenographers and builders to come and build my house. And they say, well, sir, we cannot build your house because we're now unionized. We're syndicalized. And he said, well, great. And to stop the emerge of the syndicate so fast, he said, and there's a quote that he says, well, I don't want them to fight against me. Let's make an award so they fight against each other. And that's how they create the Oscars. So for everybody to know, this political movement always has been. Let's just get excited now. Before we jump into our guest, let's make clear that before the Will Smith sin, because it was a sin, created sin, before that, it was 1.3 billion people watching the Oscars, and last night was 4 billion people. Why? Because everybody went back. The ones that were not crazy people that love cinema like me, they were back to just see if something like that happened. Either way, to be honest with you, I'm with you. There was a couple of artists that I was curious to figure it out if they were gonna be recognized. Like Adrian Brody, man. You know that I watch The Pianist at least once every 3 months to remind myself how good we are in life, right? No matter how bad life is, you just gotta watch The Pianist, and you're gonna remember how beautiful life is. And you know that I think I text you in the intermediate, right? In the of the 4 hours movie, The Brutalist, and it's really good, man. The Brutalist is the hardcore climax and shocking scene of the show is brutal. So
yeah, I hear the runtime is brutal.
Yeah, well, not really. That's a good joke. Not really.
I know, because when a movie is paced well, it like you can have a 4-hour movie that's paced well that doesn't feel like 2 hours, and then you can have a 90-minute movie that's paced horribly and it feels like 8 hours.
And let me tell you something. The first part of the movie before the half of the movie is better than the second one. The second one actually is a speed up. The first one, the pace is. The thing is, you don't have a problem with Adrian Brody there. No matter who you put him next to, is gonna raise the bar in a way that is hard to see in any age of the movie. I seen that with young Jack Nicholson and with young Al Pacino, but then they stop because they become right. But when they were young and free, if you will, before they had their trademark, and it's something that you don't see a thing of The Pianist or the awful 10 Italian movies that he did, Adrian Brody, in order to make money.
Yeah.
Not a little thing of those movies in this one. The first scene when he's crying, I don't know if you watch it, but the first scene when he gets to America and hugs his cousin, and he cries at the first 3 minutes of the movie, he breaks you right away. So it's just a really powerful movie. Now, there's really good things about the Oscars. Like always, there are really bad things. I mean, the simple fact that a movie about a prostitute, the script is not, even it's a good script, it's not Academy Award classy. That's my problem with it.
Yeah.
But I saw a podcaster in the morning, an influencer from Spain that says, I just want to say something. If Emilia Perez won an Academy Award for Best Song, you can do everything in life. Everything is possible.
Hey, guys.
I'm talking about our guest. What's up? Welcome.
What's up?
Look at that. How are you guys?
Look, check them out. They're set up. They were ready.
Woo! Yeah, buddy.
They got microphones and everything.
Well,
the only thing we don't have is headphones, but that's okay.
It's okay. So let me introduce my friend Tate and his band. Why don't you introduce yourself, Tate? Come on.
Oh, yeah. Hi, guys. I'm Tate, a.k.a. Regurgitate in Back from Death. And this is...
I'm Morbid Mike from Back from Death.
Amen to that.
Back from Death is a super cool band that I got the chance to run me into it. funny. Life put Tate and me in the same room, and then we started talking. And 5 minutes, hi, how are you? Finished to be an hour and a half of music talk. And then he showed me his band, and I went and listened to the band, and it's amazing. Your drummer is amazing. The vocal are amazing. The guitar is amazing. I really think that you guys are worth it to listen to, obviously, and you need to be here. So I say, you know what, you gotta come and be a guest of the Tune Talk 2.0. But tell us a little bit about your band. I'm not gonna go to the what makes you become a musician?
What made you want to start playing music?
Yeah, you're like, well, we know because you didn't get a girl.
Yeah.
You want to jerk off or play guitar, so you did play guitar. So that's where we are.
Yeah, well, it all started, shoot, this is a bit of time ago, but back in 2008 is when Back from Death actually formed down in Southern California. Tim and I, we graduated high school together. A drummer, aka Tim Paled.
That's fucking awesome.
I kept bugging him in high school, and I sat next to him in my biology class. And the kids are like, "Oh yeah, he plays drums. He plays drums. You should go talk to him. You play guitar, right?" And so I sat next to him every day for 2 weeks, and he would say, "Oh yeah, you play drums, right, Tim?" No. Like he didn't want anything to do with me, but I kept consistent. I was like, "Hey, no, we're gonna jam. We're gonna do it." Sure enough, he's like, "Fine, 10 a.m. Saturday." And so, shoot, I showed up to his house because I knew where he lived, knocked on his door. He didn't answer. I knocked on his window because I knew what window it was. Sure enough, if I didn't do that, Mike and I wouldn't be sitting right here next to each other talking to you guys. So.
Yeah. So let me consistency. Never give up. And the most important thing, you decide that he was your drummer before you even listened to him play, right?
Oh yeah. I just heard from other people that he was just a solid drummer. He was, I think, in jazz band back in high school. So I actually heard that you also were in a band or something like that in high school yourself.
No, not in high school. I started singing. Let's not talk about me
today.
today.
Crap.
Let's not talk about me today.
He doesn't want to talk about his boy band.
Shut the fuck up, Mr. Jacob.
So his story about joining the band is kind of like my story about joining the band. I went to see them playing live, but it was just Tate and Tim on the stage. So it's guitar and drums, and I play bass.
True.
I walk up to them, I go, "You guys need me," because it was just crazy fast, cool sounding stuff, and they had no bass. So I'm like, "What sounds wrong with no bass?" And they're like, "We'll get back to you." A couple times I'm bugging them, and started jamming, and things worked pretty quickly.
Yeah, it actually worked out pretty nicely. We actually have, because Mike had the space, it's literally 5 minutes down the road here in Vancouver, Washington. We have a jam space, and then we started jamming there, and I knew instantly because like his bass tone was just beast. He uses a lot of distortion and yeah, what do you use?
Electro Harmonics Fuzz, big mouth bass.
Any bass nerds, any pedal nerds are out there.
It just adds so
much power and body to your bass. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
So you guys just released lately a new album, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's called Enslaving the Dead.
I love this guy.
You got to put your fingers up like this because you're holding a mystical orb of magical powers. Hell yeah, you already know. But yeah, so Enslaving the Dead was actually the first Back from Death song that we wrote back in high school, Tim and I. And we just figured we'd bring it back and have it the name of the album since it was the first Back from Death song. And that was a whole development stage. Like we went to a shout out Helvete Studios down in Portland, Oregon. Here's their logo. Look at that.
Look at that. This guy doing the product placement.
Hey, I'm already ready to go.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Shit, we got patches too, just so you know.
There you go.
Oh yeah, and there's one of our shirts. That's actually the album.
Yeah, I noticed that right away. Right away.
Shoot, but this guy Sean, and Joe, they worked with us directly at the studio in Portland. Joe was doing the editing as we're tracking, and this is a legit studio. This is our first time actually in a real studio.
I can hear the difference I can hear the difference between the first EP, the last album, and this one. You guys jumped massively. I mean, like massively.
Oh yeah,
I mean, like I say, you remind me a lot of the first album of Avenged Sevenfold. The first one.
Yeah. The
There's
Rev.
a lot of the drums are still influenced. Your drummer is still influenced by the Rev. Obviously, we're gonna talk about more your influences, but so you are 5 in the band, correct?
There are 4.
Four. Yeah.
Regurgitate, and that is again
Morbid Boy.
And then we got Tim Paled on drums, and then Ed Viscerate on guitar.
That's fantastic.
I think it's the best nickname I think out of all of us.
I love that you guys have names. I think that's a thing that disappeared right in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah,
right?
like
and
where'd that go?
And suddenly, Avenged Sevenfold went back with calling themselves names, and now it's getting back. Yeah, in our band we do the same. I'm Virus Vox, right? So yeah.
Shoot, we're thinking of getting. Well, we're not thinking. We're actually doing. We're just brainstorming on how to make our live performance a little bit more theatrical, and so incorporating the nicknames, and then like having like maybe beakers with like green juice in it, with like some dry ice just spewing from the top of it. We're wearing
zombies wandering around.
Maybe something like that. But
that would be really awesome.
Yeah, we're going all theatrical.
Gotta have a presentation these days,
Yeah, but the album, so it's eight songs. It's a short album, 30 minutes. Hook Up and Cook Up is one of my favorite ones off of that.
There's a track that is my favorite. Remind me, Metropolis.
Oh, Metropolis. Yeah,
Metropolitan. Metropolitan. There you go. Yeah, I always fuck it up. Don't take it personally. I do that with everyone. But that's my favorate song of the album so far.
Thank you.
Listening to it. That one is really good. And you're the singer as well, right?
Yeah. I regurgitate screams.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, shoot, but yeah, so the Metropolitan, the intro for that, it just kind of slowly ramps up. It's kind of like a mountain of sound ready to attack you.
Yeah, it's really good, man. I really like it. So, what about the influences? What? Because you have different influence, obviously. I want to hear both.
All right. Well, first of all, when we first started, we were listening to Too Much Cannibal Corpse.
Of course. I feel a little influence in the voice, yeah.
Yeah, that, and so a lot of Suffocation. Currently, there's a lot of current bands that are playing like 200 Stab Wounds. They're killing it right now. Also, there's a long list, but let's start
Wasteland.
Yeah, Narcotic Wasteland. Oh,
a lot of bands that we played with.
Yeah, a lot of bands that we play with. Dead Nexus, Grave Witch is right here. Yeah, we've got patches from all the people that we played with.
But you didn't start. Your influences didn't start being Cannibal Corpse. That wasn't the first album that you listened to. Which was the first album that you both listened to when you were kids? The first one that you were like,
that's a completely different story. Yeah. Oh boy,
please.
Well, so my cousin got me listening to Kiss when I was 8.
Nice.
And that was, like early 80s, around 86 or so. I'd gotten into like some Maiden and some Slayer and Metallica. And then my buddy for my 16th birthday gave me Creator, Extreme Aggression on cassette.
Oh, that's
great. And that was like the first album, like, they weren't
Extreme Aggression.
No apologies. It was just straight. Rah!
Yeah, it's just straightforward.
And that's when death metal started coming out. So started getting into all the death metal come out. The first compact disc I heard was Spiritual Healing.
Wow.
Death by the band Death.
Yeah.
I know them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of the Swedish stuff came out. I got into a lot of that. The Swedish and Norwegian.
Later on.
90s, like later 90s.
Oh, okay.
But there's always been some good death metal somewhere.
Yeah, also for myself.
And these days like Frozen Soul. And
Frozen Soul, they just played at the Motor
Death
Center.
I just saw at a skate park.
That's right. So for myself, I usually what got me to play guitar was Angus Young from AC/DC. Hell yeah. But then also just getting heavier and doing things. I got really into Metallica. Got that for about 4 years. I was only listening to Metallica. Just the those
They
riffs.
have that effect, right? Metallica does that to you. It's get like
why I play bass.
Just straightforward, and also Cliff Burton with his musical ability.
Here's music.
But then I got it more into the screaming stuff when it came to Lamb of God. Just straight up, that I was able to understand what Randy Blythe was saying when he's screaming. So that kind of got me interested. Like, oh yeah, now I can understand that. That brought me into Cannibal Corpse and getting heavier and heavier. And
what do you guys think about Meshuggah?
No, Meshuggah, they're like a brain picker.
I know, right?
There are a lot of zeros and ones.
Yeah, a lot. It's one of my favorite bands. Let me share a story with you and with the audience. When I was 10, a friend of mine, Rafael, that now I opened a radio station in Mexico with him. He brought to school the Metallica, Kill Them All. Right?
Kill them all.
And they took it away from us and called our parents because it was music from the devil.
Of course, well, it has a hammer and some blood. And
I don't know. And they suspended us from school, and it was crazy because, like, dude, it's amazing. But it was another country, a different time. But then, as they did that, it became like a cult for us to look for thicker and
most disgusting album covers.
So then we found Anthrax.
Anthrax,
right? Yeah, and then we started listening to thrash metal. Right? Because they want us to be bad, let's be bad, right?
Anything that had the parental warning label on it.
That was fantastic because, the parental label before wasn't people cursing. It was like being a string and hardcore, right?
Shoot, not to mention the album cover from Cannibal Corpse, Butchered at Birth. There's a bunch of dead hanging babies.
Then sadly, I became a pop star and my metal things separate from me because it was the job, right? But I mean, I must confess at this point, Metallica has never been a super favorite for me, but the Garage Inc. album.
Oh, Garage Inc. A bunch of covers. They
because I didn't know there were covers because back in the day we didn't have the information that we have. So I was like, wow, this is really good because probably I like Metallica, but I don't like James Hetfield writing or Lars.
Yeah.
Lars.
Oh, he was writing for Lars. That's right.
Lars' face.
That's face.
I mean, I don't know why we all hate Lars, but at the same time, Metallica wouldn't be Metallica without Lars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
kind
true.
of weird.
Like how simplistic
his
drums.
That after the tour that Cliff died on, there were rumors that they were getting ready to fire his ass.
Oh yeah, sorry, we're gonna lose 2 of our 4.
Well, that's probably why it didn't happen.
Do you know what James said when they saw what happened with the bass player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why it wasn't you, Lars?
Why wasn't it you?
We see you in that seat. Why you change your seat, Lars?
I'm dead.
Hashtag it should have been Lars.
It should have been Lars.
Shouldn't be Lars. Sorry,
Lars. You're a great drummer. No, the fact that he plays so simplistic, that's what makes.
He's not a bad drummer. People hate him because he's so successful. He's not American, and he got this stupid arrogance when he jokes. He's not a bad person. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody saw this video when he's saying the new bass player, "You're nothing without me," right? Without us, you will be playing in the border. But that's Swedish humor. That's like being super fun. If you don't know that humor, you're down with him. But I mean, he's at the end of the day, probably they're the biggest metal band that ever existed.
Oh yeah. The biggest. I think the biggest.
The biggest and more famous. Maybe not the best.
That's right.
Say that again. Sorry, you could.
The only band in existence to play on all 7 continents.
Yeah. They're crazy, man. I watched them. It was funny because I get to see them. Avenged Sevenfold, Mexico. 50,000 people. They open Avenged Sevenfold to Metallica, and believe it or not,
that's suiting. Yeah, hell yeah.
Believe it or not, around 25,000 people leave after Avenged Sevenfold finish.
Oh.
I got a great story. I used to have this drummer that he was as annoying as Lars, okay, but worst, right? Because he was a boy.
Like, why don't you stop playing it or stop talking and play music?
No, wait. He was like 5'3", and we throw him to the mosh pit when Avenged Sevenfold was playing. He lost one shoe, his T-shirt, And we were laughing so bad because we were kids, right? And we were laughing so bad at him. He's like, "Help!" And we're like, "Nope, we're not gonna help you." Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you about new bands that they're rocking around a lot, and I don't know if you have a question, Jake, but what do you guys think about Sleep Token?
Sleep Token. So
Only heard
they're
a little of them. It was interesting.
yeah, they're a little bit more melodic, more pushing towards that genty feel.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so I haven't heard them a whole lot, but they do incorporate a lot of great melodies from what I've heard, and also great grooves. I don't know, I haven't heard much, but from what I've heard, yeah, I could get down with that.
Well, sadly,
Make quite the name for themselves. I know that.
Yeah,
they're really good. And the thing, however, I'm with you. They are forced to be in the metal community, so the metal community don't even dig that music because they're too soft.
It's not
At the
heavy
same time,
enough.
It's not heavy, but they're playing in every metal thing. So the metal community around the world is like, what the fuck you guys doing here? That's what I was asking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Ghost. Ghost, they have a good concept. I
yeah.
cannot sing a song from you from Ghost. I just can't stand the guy.
No, it's just the way they look doesn't fit the way they sound.
So I was gonna say, like,
Isn't that
they're
weird?
interested in That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like they should sound like Satyricon or something.
Yeah. You know, it's like when Mudvayne released the song Happy, remember? Mudvayne, they were good, and right? And suddenly they released the song Happy and make them millionaires. I get it, but they sound like Britney Spears.
Yeah. Like, what are you trying to do here, guys?
Well, I guess make a lot of money.
You just gotta have that one track.
You know, can't deny, making the money thing, going into the music business. It's
Well,
like,
you
you
get one
got
track
it.
that's like multi-generic, like you get a larger audience into what you're doing. They hear that, then
And they
listen
go, oh,
to the
what's
rest
their
of it, and
other
they're
stuff
Like,
sound
oh, that's
like?
heavier than I thought, but it's good.
Yeah, it's still good. Yeah. So I
I'm
guess
sorry
they're-
that I get back to this, but I started listening to Avenged Sevenfold because the ballad Seize the Day that a friend of mine told me, hey, dude, come here. You got to watch this video. I go like, dude, okay. And then I watched the video, and when the girl dies, you go,
Oh,
what
yeah.
the
It was
fuck?
so sad.
And
Yeah, I
that's
remember
what
seeing
made
that.
me start listening to that album. Then I realized that a real metal band, because let's not forget that Avenged Sevenfold is the only band that keep touring when metal was dead.
Yeah.
They didn't exist. Like, metal was gone. Like, nobody was, remember from 2000, and the heaviest thing was freaking Linkin Park that I like, right? But they're not metal. They're like probably not even hard rock, right? They're alternative rock. Not because you use
Debatably hard
distortion.
rock, debatably metal, debatably pop. All three of
Yeah,
things
so
at the same time.
that was the hardest thing that it was, and the underdog and the kind of things that they're like Soulfly, but nothing was heavy, and suddenly Avenged Sevenfold start making.
Well, shoot, our stuff that we're coming up with right now, I think, is about the heaviest that we've ever written. One of the songs that we haven't released just yet is called Brain Stain. And it's by far, I think, one of the heavier tracks that we've ever written. We have a whole category of songs that we haven't recorded yet, but Tim and I know. So we have like probably about 10 songs just kind of in the back burner. We may release that in the future, but we're currently just kind of going for whatever the whole band wants to write.
Yeah, the songs these days are being written by
the band.
Yeah, the four of us as opposed to something they've had in the back catalog.
That's right. Yeah. What do you think?
That
Like,
great. Don't get me wrong.
having the guitar player write a song with a drummer and then bringing it to the other guys, or like.
I think that every band got their own
formula.
way. Yeah, it's complicated. Like, I write everything, all the arrangement, and then I just send them the
like, here, play
notes,
this,
and they need to
similar.
play. Yeah, and they can
Shoot,
come with an idea. Like my guitar player, he plays with Bullet by the with Bullet Your Valentine. What are the fucking name?
Yeah,
for my Valentine, and he read it and he told me, "What if I do this?" I go like, "Sure, I'm trusting you because you play in my band."
Yeah.
But you like, I bring the parameters of what we want to do.
Yes, that's what I used to do with,
skeleton
because
work
with
of it.
Tim and I, before Mike and Ed were in the band, Tim and I just drums and guitar, vocal, and we would just write 100% of the stuff. But then when Ed joined the band, he would play something almost completely different to what I was playing, but it sounded like it meshed well, and it still sounds like it meshes well. So I feel like in the future, we're going to continue riding that way
Yeah.
because it's both of our ideas combined, literally
And I try to
together.
find like the happy medium in between them.
Yeah, Mike comes in
bringing the low end as state like.
Yeah, usually Mike usually comes in like after we kind of fleshed out a lot of the stuff that we're both working on, and then we'll do some MIDI drums and we'll bring it to Tim afterwards. Like we feel like we got a good formula going on now.
I'm always good like with the skeleton work of an idea and just this is the basic of what I had in mind, but I always have a little this, a little that allowed to it.
Oh, it always makes it sound better because bass is awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? You're the connection between them and the drum. That's the reality.
Absolutely.
The bass needs to exist. Whoever that doesn't know that, that's freaking amazing. So, are you guys have a concert soon?
Oh yeah. So
share it with the audience, please.
Yeah, it's up in Kelso. I think it's
at the Erebus.
At the Erebus, they call it EREBUS. The guy Dan who runs it, super phenomenal dude. He has dreads like the guy from Shadows Fall. It falls to the ground. But it's up in Kelso, and there's like 20 some odd bands, death metal bands that are playing.
Oh,
there.
Really? Wow.
March at the end of this month. So I think it's March 26th. They're gonna look it up right now and make sure that we fact check ourselves in GTS.
Send us the information so we can put it underneath so what people can go and see it and watch it.
Do I type it in the message
and enjoy the band? Yeah.
Kelso, Washington. I'm gonna put the
Kelso,
microphone
Washington.
down for a split second. I'm just gonna type in what I see on here.
Sure. So, Mike.
Yeah, it's March 29th.
So when you gonna drop these losers and come and play with me? I'm just kidding.
There it is. Excellent. So
this is a whole. Actually, this podcast doesn't exist. It's a whole con thing just to steal you, Mike.
That's the truth. We just gave you all of our secrets.
You can have.
Yeah. That's March.
So
yeah, no, I'm actually recording the album. While you type that, I'm recording the album, and we thought it was gonna be ready. And because we
that's right, you're saying that.
Yeah, we got invited to play Coachella this year in the main stage. Yeah, that's what happened to me, Mike. I go like, oh yeah, and suddenly we have a documentary, right? Right?
Would have been super cool.
Yeah, but suddenly we have a documentary and thing and product placement and brands, and suddenly it's like my manager is like, cool, but we have an album to make, dude. I go like, yeah, but I want to play, and he's like, you know what? Let's talk to our producer, is our sound producer, not the general producer, is Brendan Dakota, that he worked with the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters and Why Not. Cool. And I told him, be honest, will you be able to have 5 tracks? 5 for Coachella? He told me, no, wait, I'm doing a new album with Foo Fighters. I go like, hey, so it's your fault. So I got to tell you, you can't deliver because we got this great deal in our distribution deal that we want to make vinyls come back again. And there's a big movement of vinyls in Europe and Japan. So we got this, but without the vinyls that we could have pre-sale in Coachella, it was pointless. So
it was just pointless. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of vinyl at the shows. Like a lot of the bands are making vinyl and cassettes too.
It's coming back. Yep.
You see, Jake. Jake, can you tell my co-host Jake that actually is coming back? Because we were having this argument last podcast.
Jake is coming back, bro.
It's nerd stuff at this point, but
yeah, it's the mainly Portland people that love vinyl for some reason.
Well, yeah, let's not go with Portland again, dude. I love Portland.
Don't get me started.
They're the weirdest fucking people on earth, dude. Like
so you have actually Mike has a flyer for March 29th. Did you want to say something about that?
So there's a bunch of really good bands on it. Like Impaled's going to be there, Petrification, Coffin Rot, us, Rat King, Cartilage, Amiosis,
Mazeroth. They cover themselves.
Mazeroth.
Yeah, they cover themselves in fake blood too. Almost every show, and spikes and leather.
Are you sure it's fake?
No.
Haven't
found the bodies yet, though.
Yeah, haven't found them yet. They're pretty good at disposing.
Well, we're in Washington and Portland, dude. Anything is possible.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, and some logos you can't read, but that it's death metal. If you can barely read it, then it's brutal.
It's brutal.
Pretty at the door.
Oh yeah, how much you said?
25 pre-sale and 30 at the door.
There you go.
That's good. That's good. That's a
For
good
all those
price. Yeah.
bands, I think
Kill
that's a
show.
pretty damn good setup. But
Should be a
we're
really killer show.
so after that, we're hitting Portland a lot. We're hitting May. We're getting booked for May. May and then June. We're gonna be busy. I know we're gonna be busy.
Yeah, I got a couple places I want to get us on a dep at.
It's the summertime. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming in fast.
Like a 12-year-old kid watching his first porn. Coming. Coming fast. Yeah.
That already happened.
Wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Yeah, well,
excellent comparison, honestly.
What I'm gonna do, man.
Yeah, shoot, I actually have here. I want to show you something.
I love this guy, dude.
Back from the shirt.
Oh, I need a shirt like that soon, man.
Nice.
I need that shirt.
Another one. We have also another one that I can't find right now, but it's called Boiled in Mucus, and it has a witch's brew and it has a bunch of zombie parts in the witch's brew. And that's what the song is about, is just chopping a bunch of body parts, putting in a boiling batch of mucus.
You're fucking
Yeah, I
awesome,
do that while I perform. I go, this is boiled in mucus.
You know what is funny? When I met Tate, he's one of the most kindest, funny, happiest guy. Somebody told me, hey, Tate, go like, dude, I just pray to God that I wake up with half of Tate energy in the day. I will accomplish so many things.
All bottled up.
All bottled up, yeah, I know. But
dude, since I work at a freaking gym, I'm always running around all day, 8-9 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So
but bro, there's a lot of people that work in many places and they don't even care or move, right?
That's right. That's
you,
right.
You move more than the people that is working out. So
100% correct. Actually, when I'm proud to say this, I'd like to brag just for a split second. So leg press, I put eight 45-pound plates, and I did 10 reps on something that was already weighing 167 pounds, total of 880 some odd pounds.
You're crazy, right?
My goal is not to be a super buff dude, but I just want to be flexible and be able to jump.
You're
high.
like what? You're like 6'4", 6'5"? How
6'2", 6'3" on a good day when I'm not slouching.
Dude, I'm 5'11", so whatever over that is huge. Like, what's up, Tate? Right?
How close Tim? I think we're all like over 6 foot.
Yeah, all of us are like over 6 feet, so we're a really tall
metal
band.
band.
I think Ed's like 6'6" or so.
Yeah.
You're a metal band. That's how it needs to be done.
A big presence. We got this.
Yeah.
Shoot, but we have like 5 songs we're already recording basically and writing for our next album.
Nice.
Getting it done.
That's amazing. Can you share your social media, guys, to the audience?
Lee. So the QR code?
Yeah.
You got the QR
There you
code?
go. Just put the QR code in front of everyone.
There it goes.
Listen,
Hell
people,
yeah.
you need to go and listen to this band. It's really good. If you like death metal, you got him. If you like metal, you got him. If you don't like, go and kill yourself. A little down. There you go. There you go.
I don't know about that band.
Yeah,
What?
I don't
Go
know
kill
about
yourself.
That's probably my dying bride.
That's my alternative project. Go
Sounds
and kill
awesome.
yourself.
Yeah. All of us are in separate pop bands and boy bands. Yay.
Shut the fuck up. Stop making fun of me.
No,
okay?
you know what I like to do since I started my YouTube channel and I'm also going to start streaming on Twitch. I'd like to just make fun of our own music and make acoustic versions of our music,
Do like Big Evil D and make some country.
Yeah, the country version.
Hey, Vincent from Morbid Angel.
Yeah.
Hey, I think it's time to tell them the truth. Jake, Mike, we prepared this because actually we're going to split from each band. I'm going to make a boy band, Tate and I.
Yes.
Go.
Let's do
it. It's going to call 64510. Meet Me in the Middle is the name of the album.
Nice. I got just a Speedo for it.
And we're going to dress like the guy from Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah.
Like the correct. That's why we're going to the gym together.
Do one of these. Ugh.
And we do like Hanson covers.
Oh,
There you go. That's funny.
I don't know if you weren't during that era.
Oh
sorry.
man, that song is one of the most annoying songs that I cannot stop singing as soon as I listen to it.
It's an earworm, totally. I just came across a version of them like doing it recently.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Shoot, you can make memes
really
of that
weird.
on repeat. Just have that repeat on repeat.
That's crazy, man.
Put on.
Yeah,
Just to like get your friends stuff
it's a
on it.
torture song.
Yeah.
Hey, Jakey boy, you want to add something?
No, I apologize. I didn't find out about this interview until fairly recently, so I
You
didn't have
always
time.
say that and try to blame me.
Because
and
you
make
tell
feel
me
bad.
like a day or two before.
I told you a week ago, motherfucker. A week
You
ago.
didn't tell me a week ago.
I told
Forget
you a week
about
ago.
it.
Actually, I have a question, Jake.
Let me just quote Tate.
Did you play Jake?
you.
I don't really know much about Jake though. Do you play
See?
music? Or
I do not. I'm
Okay.
the movie and
My
entertainment
counterpart.
guy.
Okay, visual and
Love
photo.
fucking love music though. The greatest compliment I was ever given was a college professor who commented that my editing is very rhythmic because I naturally find the downbeats for my cuts because I was doing that before I learned that you're supposed to cut on downbeats. And I was
Yes.
like, that's super cool. I don't know what the fuck it means, but and then I learned, I'm like, oh,
Oh yeah.
okay. So yeah, that was probably one of the better compliments I was ever given. So
I think the best compliment you were ever given is like, you are not my son.
who said that?
I don't know. It's just what came into my mind. Sorry.
Nope. That's cool. I'm getting into video editing myself, doing YouTube.
Oh,
so
what
I'm
do you
looking
use?
So I use Adobe, everything. I have everything Creative Cloud, but I'm looking
you're
at AI
fancy.
video editing. So
Yeah,
I
so
hate
helpful,
editing.
man.
I hate editing with a passion. So I'm looking at AI.
See, that's so weird to me because I'm the weird guy. I love editing. Max can attest to that. I'm sorry,
crap.
Virus can attest to that.
Yeah. It's,
See, I just want to film and just have AI edit it, and I can
See, I want everybody to just give me their shit and then I put it together. That's what I want. I fucking hate having to go out and if it's not something like a podcast, which is real basic, like it's not difficult. I tell people all the time because we have a podcast network, and I'm like, guys, it's not fucking difficult. It's not.
Yeah, it's very simple.
You have a reasonable quality camera, a decent microphone, and you just talk about shit. It's not.
Amen to that.
Yeah, but
Should
my
I have
background
just,
was more complex stuff. Yeah.
Canon M50. I'm using it for streaming. I'm just setting up my streaming. I'm basically one cable away from being able to do it, but it's taken a long time to set up all this stuff. I got a ring camera, a ring light, a soft light in the back that's kind of over there. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun when I start filming because I'm gonna do fun
It is,
videos.
and yeah, and what I keep telling people these days is it's like that. And when I say back in the day, I mean it's not been that far back. Even as far back as I would say 2016. Like it was significantly harder then than it is now. Like now it's
totally. 2 years ago was harder than now.
Right, but like so yeah.
Software's caught up.
Yeah, so we
with the audio.
Oh God, yeah. So we started doing this mess. Our first podcast was in late 2020, and we still live stream it, but we started our first couple of podcasts were all live streams, and then I forget when did we start editing? What was the first one that we started editing? Was that trying to think. I think that was
I don't know.
It happened in rapid succession. But anyway, we started editing, and I actually
Toon Talk. The first month of Toon Talk, we were doing this.
Yeah, and then I convinced you to live stream it because
you're a lazy fuck.
I mean, yeah,
easier to live stream, that's for sure.
Yeah,
well, I think so, but we do a lot of preparation. Like every video has many videos are commercials in the live session. But yeah, no, we even have a team of editors helping us because we wanted to do animation. And suddenly we realized that our biggest following is iHeartRadio, that they just listen to our voices. So we kind of dropped the idea of keep editing a lot.
That's amazing.
But, simple. Yeah.
But, guys, again, thank you for being here. We really like when you guys come around. Please keep playing, keep rocking. Everyone in the audience, listen to them. We're gonna put the information here. You can just take a screenshot or put your phone in front of your computer when they're showing their QR, and let's fucking keep rocking.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Tate.
Thank you
for rocking.
Nice to meet you, Jake.
Nice to meet you guys.
Max, appreciate you guys. And let's go, baby.
Take it easy, guys.
Yeah,
so there you go, people. Back from the dead is what's here with Tune Talk 2.0. You got to listen to the Sarble there in every platform, ready and amazing to go. So what do you think, Jake? Isn't that freaking amazing?
It is.
Yeah, they're full of energy, and I really like the way that they play. Seriously, when I listened to them for the first time, it reminded me so much the drummer to the late Rev drummer from Avenged Sevenfold. That I'm
you almost said again Sevenfold.
Yeah, again Sevenfold. Yeah, that's a problem that I always have. But either way, yeah, they're full of energy and they're really cool people.
Well, go ahead.
But before we continue going back to our topic in the Oscars, I want to talk about our sponsors. Jake, please.
Yes, we're going to talk about awards that you should pay attention to. I'm going to be lazy and not grab the Artie Award for Best Podcast of the Year 2023, but an equally illustrious title that has yet to be crowned is the Average Intelligence Championship. We're going to get it off the ground shortly, but it was also provided by our friends at Trophy Smack. Listen, guys, everybody knows nobody gives a shit about the Oscars anymore, so why not create your own awards? In fact, I thought, this is not a fully fleshed out idea, but I thought about doing our own version of the Oscars for like pop culture. We can call them the Toonies. Why not? You're shaking your head no. But we can give the awards from Trophy Smack.
Okay, if we can do the awards from Trophy Smack, yes.
Yeah.
Don't call it.
Why not the Toonies?
I don't like the Toonies.
The Talkies?
I
there
think we're gonna call them the Victors.
Yeah,
the Took-Ton Awards, and the award is called the Victor, not the Oscar.
Oh, okay, I got you. The Victor. Okay, I love it. Anyway, so TrophySmack.com. If you want to start your own awards show program for any reason, visit our friends at Trophy Smack because they have super high quality trophies, belts, even rings. They started doing rings this year and fully customizable. When we first partnered with them, they only had one custom belt design, but color options. Now they have 4, and they have mini belts now. Like I said, customizable rings, which are Best New Podcast Awards will be rings starting this year and from now on. They have not arrived yet, but you will see them. Turnaround is very quick, fairly priced, but the best part of all is when you order from TrophySmack.com, you help out Toon Talk 2.0 in the process. So, hell, buy yourself an award. You deserve it. TrophySmack.com. Use the link in the description.
There you go. Link in the description. I'm really excited because we're going to start getting more and more sponsors for the podcast. So it's good that we always have Trophy Smack and they always been there for us. And we love them to pieces. Now, let's get back to the Oscars. Formerly known as... please.
Yes, so Justin says, Amelia Perez won entirely too many awards, and I was disappointed Sebastian Stan didn't win for Trump. How could you not mention the Amelia Perez songwriters trying to lead the room in an embarrassing sing-along?
Okay, we haven't got there, to be honest with you. We haven't got there because we got the interview. No. We're talking about...
And then Haley added, "Oh, I literally screamed, sit down and shut the fuck up when they started doing it."
You know what? It's annoying how they actually think that they're doing something good. When she said, "Oh, Latin pop is so good, got so much," like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, every song that you did was disrespectful. You weren't using Latin sound. It was annoying,
okay,
man.
so that's the first thing. Like, even I know that was not Latin sound. And none of the songs are good. And you know how I know why none of the songs are good? Because nobody is singing them anywhere.
No, I mean, let's. You know what? Let's do Emilia Perez interpretation for 2 minutes on the podcast. Are you ready? Hi,
Yeah.
Jake. My name is Virus Vox. Actually, I'm doing better than them. Hi, Jake. My name is Virus Vox. I want to talk about the Oscars. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Just sing a little bit. Right?
Oh,
Just
and of course, man to
vagina.
woman to man, penis and vagina.
Penis and vagina. It's like, dude, what the fuck? It's
Except I sang it better, and
yeah,
I
you
can't
actually
fucking
you
sing.
make two notes.
Yeah,
Penis and
exactly.
vagina. Yeah. No. And now that we talk about that, let's talk about the. I hate it because I love her in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But here, what I don't know if you got the chance to see her interview after the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
The simple fact that she neglected that her fucking movie was taking every advantage of the Latino Mexican culture, and she's like, "Oh, the movie's not about Mexico. Okay, it could be from anywhere. So why don't you get a drug dealer from Angola that want to be a woman? Dude, go ahead, be my guest." Right?
Well, Virus, that would have been racist.
Oh no, yeah, because I'm allowed not to say that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Well,
totally
no,
with
because you'd be suggesting that Africans are predisposed to sell drugs, and that's
you. Yeah,
bad.
no, but what I'm saying that, yeah, dude, Soy Saldana, there's a lot of things bad with her.
Well, I will say this though, because I watched the entire movie begrudgingly. Zoe Saldana does all the heavy lifting in that movie, but even she couldn't save that horrendous script.
But let's do something and let's analyze a little bit behind the scenes. Netflix saw that his lead actress was really stupid, but actually Zoe Saldana has more time in the movie than the lead actress. But the movie was so badly developed that somebody really smart in Netflix said, she's never going to get an award for Best Actress, so let's put her a supporting role so she can actually get nominated one. Let's use the publicity that this muse of a Stone Temple Pilots song, half a man I used to be, that's the one, is doing a stupid thing. So we're gonna promote that we're taking her out the Oscars. So guess what, Academy? I need you to guarantee me Soy Saldana award, and I'm gonna bring people, because half of people we put it on just to see if she was gonna do something stupid. Right?
And then so
not Soy Saldana, the lead actress.
Yeah, and I keep forgetting the name. But it kind of goes to my point. Like I'm not saying you have to be well known to win Best Actor or Best Actress, but like generally speaking, I mean what I'm saying is like it's not in the rules, right? But nobody knows who this person fucking is, and it wasn't good acting or singing.
Let's be honest into something, Jake.
Okay.
When Matthew McConaughey lost 50 pounds, got the Academy Award.
Club. Yeah.
When give me another example. When
oh god,
Jared Leto dressed as a woman and portrayed as a woman, got the Academy Award. This unknown cut his cock and put boobs. He deserved a nomination.
So I knew you were going with that. I'm like, I'm gonna let him cook.
yeah. I mean, to be honest, it's a really bad acting. But Zoe Saldana will not be in the level of the nominees for the Academy Award, for lead actresses. So that's what they put her. Not for any movie. Not for any movie. She's a good actor, but she's good. She's Gamora, dude. You don't need to be Academy Award winner to be Gamora. You're Academy Award to make money with Marvel. That's a different story.
Well, right. But I mean, I might be misunderstanding. You're making it sound like she'd never win. I don't think that's true, because I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Like, I forget what year How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days came out, but like when Matthew McConaughey was like on top heartthrob, I don't think anybody was like, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna win an Oscar one day.
Well, all right. You don't have to say that.
But then he did.
There's a lot of factors that you gotta do. I think that she won the Oscar because she saved a bad movie and she deserved an Academy Award. I don't think that she deserved an Oscar.
She didn't save that movie. That movie.
Oh no, she saved the movie. No, but whatever The only good thing about the movie was her.
Well, and see, so I have another bone because she won Best Supporting Actress, right?
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana's character is the main character of that movie.
That's what I just said. You don't listen to fucking me. I just said that 5 minutes ago. That was a thing. They put her.
Oh yeah, okay, that's what you were getting at. Yeah,
that's what I'm getting at. She's the lead actress, but it wasn't. She wasn't not gonna be able to compete for lead actress. So
right, because she doesn't check enough political boxes.
And let's remember that this is the movie that was representing Netflix, the biggest studio in the world right now.
Right now, yeah.
So there's a lot of media movement behind that movie.
Sure.
More than anything. I mean, at the end of the day, what Netflix needs? Subscribers. How you get subscribers? With attention. How you get attention? With a movie that is going to rock in the boat. Rattle the cages. So what happened? People go back to Netflix. Why?
Or you just make good shit.
No, but let me finish. What was the biggest boxing fight and was in Netflix? A fake fight. What is the biggest movie? It's a piece of shit. The executives in Netflix understand that media today is not, if I go on social media and say, hey, I'm doing a good work, I need your help, we need to save the puppies in North Dakota, right? I'm never going to get the same attention if I go and say, oh, they hit me because I'm gay. What they did, the executives, they did that, and they're attacking a market of unknown, uncharacteristic, and differential people. That's what Netflix did with this whole thing. Now, the closest into that way of thinking, the closest was the substance. People keep saying that if you don't like the substance, it's because you didn't understood the movie. The movie's a really bad script. Good effects, yes.
If you
good
have
acting,
to,
yes.
Yeah, but I forget who said this, and I'm paraphrasing, but somebody said, like, if you have to explain your script to the audience for them to understand it, it is a bad script.
Actually, it wasn't. I don't know if he was paraphrasing, but Bob Rock said that if you need to explain art to people, you're not doing a good job.
This is my quote's from somebody who the word script was in the quote, but yeah, Bob Ross said something similar. Yeah. But that's probably
Bob
a more.
Rock.
That's
Bob
probably
Rock.
Bob Rock and Bob
Rock,
Ross.
not Bob Ross. Yeah. Oh, it's a happy tree watching the Oscars. There's
There
a
are
lonely tree.
There are no
There's
mistakes, just birds.
You know what? The other day, and this is for every people that is looking to give me a present soon. Whatever. I don't care if you're rich or poor. I don't care if it's my birthday or Christmas. I found an action figure of Bob Ross that I need, Jake.
Nice.
Have you seen it?
You know, yes, I have. That's a good point, Justin. He says the whole purpose of the Oscars is to sell low-earning movies you've never heard of to mainstream audiences that never heard of them, to provide them with legitimacy for regular people.
Yeah, because it's called entertainment business. It's not an art development. It's not art appreciation. It's entertainment business. It's a business.
No, I get it. I get it, but the thing is, and it's not always true because Dune Part 2 and Wicked got nominations, so like it's not all garbage. And
well,
you said
I'm getting ready to eat your comments. Come on, bring it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else, and I was about to say, "Hey, man, I love you," but not that way.
No yet.
But a lot, at least lately, a lot of Oscar nominees and winners have honestly, if they're not complete dog shit, they're just not very good. They're overly weird. They cater to a small audience, which doesn't make them inherently bad, but a lot of times they are. Like the example I keep going back to, which Amelia Perez will become my new example for the Oscars, but previous to that movie, I always go back to Moonlight. Moonlight is not a good movie. It's not a horror. It's not a horrible movie.
It's a political movie in the right moment for the right economy for the right status.
Right. But Moonlight is a nothing burger with a hand job in the middle.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the movie.
Yeah, no.
If you don't believe me, waste 2 hours of your life and watch Moonlight. You will. Yeah, that was a giant nothing burger with a hand job in the middle, but not even a real hand job, an implied hand job. And then, like, I will say, it must have been amazing because he floats in the ocean afterwards for like a while, just like basking in its glory. And I'm like, listen, it ain't that big, dude. Like, I don't
I'm just
I
gonna
don't
quote
get the movie.
somebody. I'm just gonna quote somebody that you will know when I say it, but ain't so easy being cheesy. Anyway, let's keep going about the Oscars because we can get stuck in that. There's good things about the Oscars, like Halle Berry. Damn, dude. What about her? She's 62 years old and she looks 28.
Right? No, because you told me to look out for Halle Berry, and I was like, okay, and then I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I understand the NAD injections makes you look younger. I understand that everything that we all are using to lose weight, it helps. But God, bro, it's like it was some. I gotta Google. I really needed to Google her age. And when I
well,
saw 62, I go like, what the fuck?
she's kind of like Tom Cruise in the sense that, like, until recently this was true for Tom Cruise, because like Tom Cruise in 1996 looked the same as Tom Cruise in 2020 ish.
2024. Well,
No,
he's letting himself go, but
he's showing some aging, but
even so, man, he looks like 58 when
oh, I
he's 60
agree.
something.
Oh,
He
he
still
looks
looks
younger than
good.
58. Yeah, but yeah,
But
I
you
mean
know what I
that's my
mean?
point. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, wait till he put probably he's letting his body rest because you need to let your body rest of everything before you start injecting the NAD, the NAD injection.
Or maybe he's
Trust me,
just
I know
waiting.
people.
He just
Look at this.
waiting.
No. Look at this and wait 3 months. The NAD
No.
injection already is proven that takes almost 20 years of you that you look younger because they regenerate. I mean, I haven't been shy saying that I'm putting the peptides to lose weight, right? But my energy is bigger. I don't know. You can go and look back to before I start the peptides. Remember this, Jake? I fall asleep in one of our podcasts.
Yeah,
I
do
literally
remember.
go like, the peptides help you a lot, make you be smarter, faster, because they're regenerating your everything from inside out. Now with good food and good things, that helps a lot. And you're reading something that is bringing you crazy. Jordan
Well,
thought that Raging Bull was crap. That's what you're reading?
no, the one above it. Justin, you didn't like Crash?
I didn't like Crash either.
What? Why didn't you like Crash?
Actually, I never wanted to watch it.
Oh, I liked Crash. I thought Crash was very well done.
I don't know. I like the ride better.
But
That was a drummer.
to be
joke.
fair, I don't know that Crash was Oscar worthy. I don't think I would say that necessarily.
It's so complicated to understand Oscar worthy because the Academy got their own system to rate. Let me tell you a story, and I think I said before. When I was more involved in the industry, because I've been stepping back to do the podcast and our other business, I know for a fact that an actor that I'm not going to name his name and the brand that it was sponsored him because he was the image of the brand sent every judge of the Academy a $63,000 and an iPad with the movie. And he won the award. I'm not going to say who he was because I got an NDA, right? But it's like the Titanic sank at the end because he won. He won for his worst movie. Even the movie and the direction was really good. The character wasn't an Academy Award movie. Now, let's give something to The Substance. The Substance did something that a lot of people didn't notice. They make an homage to all the horror movies. The same that you see The Isle is the same that The Shining. The same that is a lot of homage to a lot of movies that as a horror fan, you notice. And I invite people to look after this. The acting was really solid from Demi Moore. But let's remember that Demi Moore is one of the people with more influences in Hollywood. If
clearly,
that movie,
clearly not enough, but
yeah, because her career is back. Her career is back. Yeah, but let's remember Anora, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it.
Anora is a prostitute from the States that she falls in love with an oligarch from where? Russia. Oh, well, stay for a second. You mean that actually there's a connection between who he wins with the politics in the state? Stay with me for a second. La La Land, it wasn't a movie that's supposed to win the best movie ever.
No, but it
There
was
were.
genuinely good.
It's not a good movie, bro.
La La Land is a great movie. Don't
No,
besmirch
no, no,
La
no,
La
no, no,
Land.
not great. Don't go from good to great just because that you fucking millennial. Use your words. It wasn't a good movie.
It was a
She
great
did.
movie.
He couldn't sing, not because you cannot make a musical movie as a revamp or reintegrate like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers or Gene Kelly when people that can sing or can dance. You just can't, bro.
So, first of all, Emma Stone can sing, and so can Ryan Gosling.
They can sing, bro. They can
Yeah,
keep
they
a
can.
note. They can keep a note. You know who can sing? Ariana Grande and the other one from Wicked.
Cynthia Erivo. Yeah, they killed it. They killed it.
They can sing. That's the difference between being a singer and being
Right,
a
well, okay,
follower.
but you're talking about a jazz, because let's be real. In that movie, they're both technically like jazz, or not cabaret. What's the word I'm looking for? Like
I don't remember the other
they're they're
nominees
they're
in that time.
they're club musicians in that movie.
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
Okay,
it does,
okay.
because there's a world of difference between playing and singing like jazz ska stuff versus a Broadway production. There's a difference.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that the Oscar did what they do best. Give us all an intention to watch it so they can get sponsors.
Sure, that's yeah, that's absolutely valid. I just think, honestly, I think that if the Oscars want to get more credibility, and I don't know exactly how you would do this, but there's a way. There's a technological way in 2025 where people can vote. And since, you know what, fuck it, just let people vote, because if the Academy doesn't have to watch the movies, why the fuck do the people have to watch the movies?
I know, but that's never gonna happen.
I know, because they know that the
They
general
wouldn't
population.
control. They wouldn't control the narrative.
Exactly. But as you're well aware, there's a reason why when we do the Artie Awards, and this will be that one, there is a voting component. We also have an Academy, but the votes carry substantial weight, particularly if the votes go pretty strongly in a direction. The only time the Academy really comes into play is if the voting's really close.
Yeah.
That's really it. Or there's a reason there's an odd number too, because it's meant to be fair, right? So there was one, I'm not going to say because the Academy's deliberations are private. There was one where we were all thinking something different, and it all differed from the voting.
Yeah.
It was pretty strong opinions. Justin.
But let's be honest with something. We were three in our judge. The Academy has many voices.
Right.
And
that's what I'm saying.
many interests.
Right. But I like the fact that it's supposed to be diverse. I don't think it really is all that diverse, at least in terms of what appeals to them. That being said, though, I think, well, case in point, Rotten Tomatoes. There's many examples of movies where critics love it and the people hated it. Now, there's also many examples of them being loved by both. And there's obviously examples of audiences loving a movie and critics hating it. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. So, hey, if you can vote for fucking American Idol, you can vote for the Oscars. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Although I guess they have that. Isn't that just the People's Choice Awards?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry. I was trying to Google where were they nominated when
Haley, I think you would like La La Land. I really do think you would enjoy it.
I think that you would like La La Land.
The ending's what did it for me. I think La La Land has a great ending. It's an unexpected ending.
It's a Shakespeare ending.
Very much so. I wouldn't call it a full blown tragedy, but it's bittersweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it, right? I like it. I don't think it's supposed to be a best movie award.
Oh, that's a good point, Haley. Yeah, Ryan Gosling can fucking sing. He's saying,
why?
I'm just
because
Ken.
He's singing Barbie. That's not singing. Okay, Haley. You know
yes,
I love you.
It's singing.
But give me a second. again, you cannot compare him to the singer from Wicked. That's a singer. That's a guy that can hold a note. That's different. And that's what I'm
Okay,
just saying.
so
And
is
then
Johnny Cash not a good singer?
now hold a second. He was a great singer because he put he bring a style to life. Anyway, I'm not gonna argue with you non-musicians about music. Shut the fuck up, both
That's
of you.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Anyway, so let's keep going. Conan did a really good job. His jokes were good. They were not out of taste. I think the Adam Sandler joke was unnecessary.
Yeah,
It
well,
was stupid.
Well, it was. So the other thing the Oscars does, especially, and this is, I'm not like defending Trump here, but this was obviously a reference, a joke, a gag that was thrown together at the last minute because of what happened with the White House and
I get it.
Zelensky.
I understand that.
Yeah, but the thing is, it wasn't done well, and it was obviously staged. For those of you who I don't think anybody thought that was legitimately real. Case in point, Adam Sandler was mic'd and not well because at one point the mic was rubbing in his hoodie and you could hear it.
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, it wasn't a good gag. It wasn't funny and it was an obvious thing. Wait, was
Yeah,
Ryan
and you know
Gosling in a
what?
rock band?
It was yeah, everyone can be in a rock band. So there was something when they throw in the Golden Globes, the joke about Chalamet.
Okay, that was funny.
Nicky Glaser, that was funny. So they wanted to bring that because believe it or not, the people that watch one and the other, they're not the same audience.
No, they're not.
So they go like this because it was a really good joke. Chalamet, right?
I know,
so,
Nikki. Yeah, that.
So they went
Globes
and bring
host was
it back.
great. So
now let's talk a little bit about Chalamet. Go ahead.
Do you think Nikki Glaser will host the Oscars in the next year or two?
Hopefully, I don't think they will want to control her, and control Nikki Glaser gotta be really hard.
Yeah,
because her humor is really sexual and raw.
Yeah,
I love it.
I want Shane Gillis to host the Oscars so bad.
That will never happen, brother.
I know it will never happen. That you gotta admit that would be fucking great, though.
That will be fucking great. So let me go back to Chalamet. I say that I hate two people in this world. Chalamet. Chalamet. and Bad Bunny. And I still hate Bad Bunny. Definitely.
Well, yeah, fuck Bad Bunny.
But Chalamet, I've been saying this since I went to see the movie that check this out. He prepares so good that he learned how to play and sing like Bob Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
That's a full actor. Right away, look, my anger against him transforming recognition and admiration. He's a good singer now. Now, he's making a musical, right, in this movie, but he's still in character, right? Edward Norton was amazing. And a lot of people want him to win the Oscar, but obviously, Adrian Brody is the shit. He's always going to be like that. We're talking about that before we got our guest in. Dude, his speech was something that a lot of people haven't done. Everyone used that. I won an Academy Award. I want to make a statement because winning the award is not enough. So I got to say something to be in the news. That's how fucked up society is. But not him. He went there. He did something that a lot of people didn't notice. Maybe I did. Or a lot of people, he got a comb in his mouth and he realized in the second step of the stairs that he got to go. He take it down, go back, throw it to his wife. The wife catch it and he smile at her. He's in the center of the universe that moment. And he doesn't care and he's still human. Take his gum out and throw it to the wife. That was fun, right? Then he comes and got a good, intense speech. People are celebrating that he said, no, wait, I've been here before. No. The celebration is that he's probably the speech that gave hope in humanity. Did you hear the full speech?
Yeah.
Yes, Jake, we need to be a little... He could be, thank you to me, to my family, to my mom. I'm the best shit ever.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
No, but
I agree. But I agree with Ricky Gervais on this whole thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, these awards are a masturbatory celebration of all of you circle jerking each other in your elegance and your excess So
Yes, and he
as he
didn't do
said,
that.
yes, he
He
did. He
just
got up there
asked
and made a whole fucking speech about hatred and bigotry
being
in
better.
2020. Okay,
No,
but
dude, being better
here's
and
my
care more
point though.
about humans.
Okay, you want to be better? Hollywood needs to be fucking better. You want to know where all these fucking stereotypes come from? Hollywood.
He never plays a role like he's never sell out he never be a fucking action figure like Keanu Reeves. He never did. He's been approached for Matrix. He passed. He been approached for. So what I'm saying is he's doing a good job. That the movies that he's done are good. I'm just saying that the guy that won Best Director, he celebrated prostitution in the world.
Oh well, okay. To be fair, that was worse.
Adrian Brody just say, let's try to be better to each other and let's be better humans.
Okay, but that's 2 sentences, not a fucking speech.
Well, look again to the full speech because I know you didn't saw it, and just listen.
No,
listen to the
I
whole
did.
thing, dude. I don't understand why gets an argument because the guy say a good thing and he wasn't just celebrating himself.
But it's empty because he doesn't really fucking mean it. It's virtue signaling.
What are you talking about? Tell me one bad thing you heard about him.
About him specifically, I'm not talking about him specifically. In fact, the fact that it came from Adrian Brody actually gives it a little bit more weight. I'm talking about Hollywood in general because they all get up there. They don't actually give a fuck about anyone because if they did, a lot of those people can change the world, but they fucking don't because they don't actually care. They just want to look like they care so that they go to these award shows and they're fucking, you know, $20,000 plus $60,000, $100,000 dresses and suits so that they can fucking masturbate on stage with each other. And, you know, and then they don't do fuck all because Ricky Gervais said it perfectly. Get up there, get your award.
Yeah, okay,
and
Ricky
then fuck
Gervais
off.
is not even American, bro.
Well, he
and
makes
he's
a good
always
point.
making money about trying to be different than people. I love him, but come on, neighbor, please.
Well, no,
neighbor,
but
please.
the thing that he said that I agree most of all, and this, dude, this is true, with very, very minimal exceptions. If ISIS started a streaming service, they'd call their fucking agents to try to get in with it. The reason that joke is
work like
funny,
that, but okay.
well, the reason it's funny is because it's true for the vast majority of these people.
I don't agree with you.
I'll be honest. Like let's be real here. Name me one actor in Hollywood. Name me one that would turn down $50 million to star in a picture.
Well, dude, that's not fair. Tell me one human that will turn $50 million down. No one.
Well, okay. I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but here's my point. These are all the same people that are talking about like kumbaya, world peace and shit. Yet they would all
again. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Maybe not.
He could be doing that, but if you analyze Adrian Brody's life, he's never been in a tough gossip. He's never been in problems. He was a ladies' man when he was young. Now he got he's not married. He got a partner. He got his 2 kids. He doesn't get involved with the stupidity. You don't see him doing stupid things. So when a person that is keep himself clean and goes and says, and I'm going to give it to you, he's the best actor in the fucking world, whatever he says is going to be believable. Even so, you saw that he was trying to say something humanitarian and good. He didn't put a flag and say, let's save Gaza. He didn't do that. He could. There's people, right? Like the people in Lithuania or the people that won another award. It's like people are dying. And it's like, shut the fuck up because it's an entertainment thing. And I'm with you. Now,
That's
I don't think that everyone thinks the same. I don't think that everyone was there for the right option. I don't think that everyone was there for the wrong reasons.
Right.
I think that we need to see it at what it was. It's an entertainment situation that gets reward for the entertainers that entertain us. Simple as that. It's not going to change the world. It's not going to make it a better world. It's an entertainment factor.
Sure. I want to be clear. I'm not talking about Adrian Brody specifically. I'm talking about the whole thing. His was actually not that bad.
That's what I respect your opinion on Adrian Brody. I really like Adrian Brody. Don't fuck with him,
Nice.
okay?
No, I'm saying
I'm
his was
saying
probably
that he's
his
the
was probably more
antithesis of
forgivable.
Bad Bunny for me, okay? And I
Well, I
say
mean,
this before,
he kind of is the antithesis of Bad Bunny. He's
but
for starters actually talented.
for starters, a real artist that is when you okay, and this is not because he won the Academy Award. You can go and see, and I talk about him several times.
The Pianist is a fucking phenomenal film.
And because of him and the work that we did with everyone.
Yeah.
So, of course, like I say, he did a lot of crappy movies in Italy, and he said, I wanted to learn other things and understand other things.
So did Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, but now he respects so much the industry in American Hollywood that he accepted I went over there to do the crappy things for money, and even so, I make sure that the script was in a good level.
Yeah.
And when I say crappy movies, they're crappy movies, but they're not bad movies. And just, What I'm saying that is somebody from everyone that won deserved an Academy Award was him. Hold a second. I don't agree. Yes, Haley, that Weekend didn't get better things. They deserve to have more awards. I don't think that it's fair that one of the biggest musicals that we have lately have one nomination, and the other fantasy musical have 9 nominations and won Best Wardrobe. Best Wardrobe? Like I said, that guy, an amazing wardrobe designer guy, but what was his words? I'm the first African American. Stop separating yourself. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta put a label on yourself? Integrity, together. Hey, I'm different. Can we stop doing that? But I'm with you. Fuck the Oscars, whatever. I'm not gonna argue with you anymore.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Now I just remember that they just nominated one to Better Man, and they give it to who won that? Dune, I think, right?
Okay, to be fair, because I said this on Haley's podcast, it was a 3-way tie for me on who I felt really deserved the VFX Oscar, and it could have gone to any one of those 3. I do, however, like Dune Part 2 and Better Man in particular, they do fantastic VFX for very different reasons. For Better Man, I said, honestly, selfishly, I wanted Better Man to win so that more Americans would become aware of Robbie Williams. But the fact that in that movie, there is a CGI chimpanzee in the entire movie, and you only really notice it for like the first 3 minutes, if even that.
Yeah.
After that, it's a fucking chimp walking around. Like it does not look fake or bad or anything like that. But Dune Part 2 and Dune Part 1, really, like
You love them.
but everything in that movie looks fucking real. Everything. Like there's stuff that's obviously CGI because like you know better. It couldn't possibly be real. But I couldn't point it out to you.
No, I get it. I get it. It's people don't understand that to make a face move like that, it's hours and hours. People take things for granted.
Yeah, that's very true.
I invite everyone, anyone, to grab the best computer, sit down and make a face work like that. That's years and years of experience. Yes, I'm really sorry for Best Man. You saw the speech when he won the Best Movie Award of the AACTA, the Australian Oscars. His love in Australia. He didn't get a BAFTA nomination in England, not even one.
Yeah, that was super weird.
I know why, because when he won the award in the AACTA, he went and said, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this, but I'm going to play it for you. Hopefully you guys can hear what he said. Let me see. Can you hear?
Nope. Your noise canceling, I think, is...
Sorry, I just have to amend my previous speech. I didn't say what we were doing. side. Yeah, it's not fine. I'm gonna hear all about it.
I'm gonna fast forward to him.
I was gonna say that doesn't sound like Robbie Williams.
He was really serious. He went really serious to say this. I think I can hear. He says, "I want to thank depression, drugs, alcohol, pain." He named a lot of mental diseases. Said because of he said even dysmorphia, right? Making the point that why he seeing himself as a monkey because everybody told him that he was ugly all the time. And he named someone because people thought that he was joking. Then people start getting serious because he named like 20 sicknesses. Anorexia, he went hard. Said, because without those things that I need to live to be famous, this movie will never exist. The audience was cold. If he did that in America, he will be criticized. Why you talk about anorexia? I'm a fucking fat fuck, right? And I'm throwing videos. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Because
that's the thing, because that was real.
Yeah, and that's what we love the movie. Now he got one nomination. Hey, didn't win anything. Let's move on with life. You know what we're gonna do.
But I mean,
now
that's ultimately why I liked Better Man, because the start and end of the movie kind of sums up everything that I love about that movie and Robbie Williams. Is what does he call himself? Like at the end of the movie, he tells the audience to fuck off, literally, which I loved. And then, but the beginning of the movie, his first spoken lines of dialogue are basically him calling himself. And I think he ends it with like, and I think punchable twat is the last thing he uses to describe himself.
Yeah, I mean, we all love him, and we talk about this a lot. Man, we gotta be grateful about something. At least Bad Bunny was nominated and he didn't win an award.
This is true.
It can't be that bad, right? So I don't know, man. It's been a complicated thing.
Here's the real question though. If Bad Bunny, this would have made no sense because Bad Bunny's originally from Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
If Bad Bunny had been hired to do the music for Emilia Perez, would it have been better or worse?
Oh yeah, it will be better. Definitely will be better.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, not disrespect, but really would have been better. And you guys know that I hate Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Haley. I do not understand how El Mal won for best song. As you say,
one?
Over El Mal won over Elton fucking John.
Yeah, my sister say exactly the same. How the fuck they won over Elton John? Now, what movie was Elton John, Haley? I didn't realize that. Like, it was weird for me because I really didn't know. What movie was Elton John? Right. Anyway,
can't
if
remember.
you guys don't know. That's fine. Bottom line, to be honest, I like the Oscars. I like that it was streaming in Hulu. Now Hulu messed it up really fucking bad because I started watching it 4 minutes after they started, but they didn't let me catch up. They put me 4 minutes behind, and
really?
4 minutes before it was over, I couldn't see who won the best movie award. Cut out and said the live session is gone, and I need to wait 24 hours to watch it. It's like, come on, dude! It's the Academy Award. Let it finish to everyone. Give us 20 minutes after streaming and move on, right? But yeah, so Hulu, you fucked up really bad.
All I'm saying is I cared much more about Elimination Chamber because something much bigger happened than fucking what happened at the Oscars.
Yeah, there will people that will debate art against wrestling, but okay.
No, you don't understand.
I totally understand.
No, John Cena.
You're a fucking hillbilly.
No, John Cena turned heel.
So now you can see him?
Yes, now you can see him and it's dark, bro.
That's actually pretty cool, though.
No, dude, it's fucking wild. Okay, so people who don't understand, like,
How you
okay,
can jump from Adrian Brody to John Cena, dude? Why you do that? How?
watch me, motherfucker. Oh, you're serious? Okay, so for those of you who don't understand, John Cena carried that company on his back for 15 years. He was there for longer, but he was the guy. John Cena was not allowed to turn heel. He wanted to, and they said no. And the fact that he's going to be able to do it, I think like he's got to be so fucking jazzed that he gets to be a heel. It's a big
You think
fucking
so?
it's probably the biggest heel turn since Hogan.
He's
And
gonna be heel.
it might be it, but here's the thing, it might end
I
up
think I
being
look
a
better
bigger
here.
deal.
I think I look better from this angle. I don't think. You think I look better from this angle?
Eh.
Well, that's how much I care about your fucking wrestling. You fucking hillbilly. Go back to Indiana, run cars. Fuck it. We're talking about art here. Indianapolis.
Pro wrestling is art. It takes place on canvas.
Holy shit. Dude, it's a sport that I respect, but it's not art. Come on.
Oh, it
Seriously.
absolutely. Oh, come on. It is art.
No, come on, dude. I respect all the wrestlers. I know they're hard workers. It's a show sport. Hard at core, but it's not art. Come on, dude.
Is a choreographed action sequence in a film art?
Yes, it's not the same.
No, because the wrestler goes out there and does it once. No rehearsals, no.
Yeah, really, you cannot compare
Sure you
any
can.
movie in the world. Yeah. Okay. Hidden Tiger, Crouching Tiger, and Hidden is exactly like watching a wrestling match. Okay.
It's nothing like watching a wrestling match
No,
because when a
you're
wrestler
totally right.
does it, it's real.
I think was Platoon or was who said that. Yeah, whatever you say, bro. I'm not gonna argue against
Yes,
that.
Justin, it's performance art.
Shut the fuck up, Canadian. You can't talk. Cross the border.
You saw that Jon Stewart video too? I laughed so hard when I watched that. Oh my god.
Justin, do me a favor. Grab your car, drive to the border, and when you get to Bellingham, Washington, then you can have an opinion, you fucking Canadian. Sorry. I'm just playing with you, Justin. Anyway, believe it or not,
Yeah, you've had an earworm today.
Dude, no. I've been singing that song for a long time. I actually started watching the show again. It's really bad.
What show?
Greatest American Hero.
What?
That is a soundtrack from that show from the 80s,
Oh,
early 80s.
okay.
And it's a superhero that flies like that. He got a super suit from the aliens. And listen to me. If we do this greatest American Latino hero and we have a revamp from that, it will be really funny. Dressed like a cholo. Hey, believe it or not, I'm running away, I say.
Have you seen the guy online who does the cholo workouts?
Oh yeah, it's funny. It's really funny. By the way, remember that I was fighting really hard, and we mentioned it a year ago for the rights from Blood In, Blood Out.
Yes.
Netflix just announced the second part, the sequel, with the original actors.
A little fucking late, don't you think? Well, no, I guess not.
No. It's gonna be a success for. It's gonna be a success for the Latino community. I don't think it's gonna be a national success because they're supposed to make a TV series. I don't know.
Well, I mean, case in point, Cobra Kai.
Yeah, but Cobra Kai is a generational thing for the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is a Latino culture.
That's fair. That's fair.
Either way, my brother Jake, believe it or not, we made it 2 hours when we just say that we're gonna make it an hour.
I told you we can talk about the hours.
We argue for an hour. You know, our audience deserve respect. So fuck off. You're disgusting. Fucking Indiana. Anyway, you got the Colts. What I can expect. Anyway,
speaking, I actually forgot to segue into our next sponsor. If you want to hear more about John Cena turning heel, we're doing an entire episode about it on Down the Middle this Friday. It's on a special night. So check that out. Link is in the description, so you can go ahead and subscribe and get notifications, because Hakeem and I are like, I cannot stress to you enough how big of a deal that was. My jaw dropped. I did not see that coming. at all. The minute I saw Dwayne doing this, I was like, no, we get to see heel John Cena.
That's funny.
And he kicked Cody right in the dick.
That's really funny, man. Thank you. The Oscars are gone. We wait. Now there's gonna be 2 months of bad movies, really bad movies, because
Really
the
bad.
distributor.
I don't
actually
know.
canceled it. I tried to cancel my membership because the next big thing is Snow White, and we know it's gonna be a piece of shit.
No, I'm actually very excited. We're going to be doing not this week, but next week. We're going to be doing a very special episode of the Average Intelligence podcast, which is going to be entitled "Holy Shit." Well, if I like the movie, "Holy Shit," a Robert Pattinson movie that Jake actually likes, because I'm going to go watch Mickey 17. I am fucking excited. That movie
I
looks
wish you the
hilarious.
best. There's only one thing. I need to hate somebody, and Robert Pattinson is my new ex Chalamet. So I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm cautiously optimistic because what
I'm
really
crossing my look at me. I'm
Yeah.
crossing my arms.
He may redeem himself in my eyes. I might forgive him for Batman after this.
Oh, how you can say that, man?
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Anyway, I just have one recommendation. I got one recommendation. You haven't seen the Batman?
No, I've seen the Batman. I haven't seen Mickey
Oh.
17 yet.
I was gonna tell you something. One recommendation: Richard. Third season is out in Amazon. The first 3 episodes, and he's supposed to be Batman. If the fucking producers don't realize that I see some comments on Reddit.
Yeah, obviously.
That's the perfect Batman. And
Yeah.
some comments on Reddit saying, well, he doesn't look like a rich guy. I say, because he's characterized as a guy that lives in the street. But him,
Shave
his
him and put him
physique,
in a suit. He'll be
his
fine.
age, makeup as a Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne, his perfect size, age. You just need to color his hair black. He'll be the perfect.
He would be the perfect Batman. I'm down for that. I'm here for that.
But you know what? You know what? He's not Batman
Why?
because he's actually a nice guy. Believe it or not, he's
No, he seems
married.
like it.
He lives in a small, normal house in Santa Monica. He gets paid like the millionaires. He wears T-shirts and jeans from Old Navy. He doesn't care about things. That means his agent and his managers are happy with that. They're not gonna fight for Batman, sadly.
Yeah.
Because he will be a Batman worthy to celebrate.
Yeah.
Because the next Batman movie is gonna be. Yeah.
I have a quick recommendation for everyone too. A music recommendation. I found this hidden gem on the internet, and actually, it makes a special appearance in the most recent episode of The Final Frontier because Justin, I think it was Justin who made the Oregon Trail joke, but then we go into a fun little couple of gags about the Oregon Trail. So there's a channel on YouTube. I can't remember the name, but we link it so you can find it. They they made a song. It's a country song entitled "You Have Died of Dysentery." And it's about the Oregon Trail. It is hilarious and actually really catchy. It's on my playlist now. I'm just in the car. Like, you have died of dysentery. It is, yes, always pay for the ferry.
Dude, I'm part of my logo. Look at this.
I see that. I see the headphones.
I'm a part of my logo. I love this.
But yes, check out the most recent episode of The Final Frontier, Space Drugs 2, Electric Spoogaloo, and in the description there's a link where you can see the channel where you can listen to You Have Died of Dysentery.
That's funny.
It is so funny, dude. And I found it by accident. I'm listening to it at work with my headphones in and I'm just fucking giggling. It's so
That's funny. I got one recommendation. Please go and watch wrestling podcast of Jakey Boy so he stopped talking about wrestling in my fucking podcast.
Never.
Please.
Hey, you were happy. You were happy when I brought up Penta.
I tried to be a nice co-host.
That's fair. That's fair. He's doing
No,
good too.
I like wrestling. I'm not a big fan like you, but I like wrestling. It's like I will not stop my day to watch wrestling.
Well, see, even I don't stop my day to watch wrestling. I got too much shit to do. But see, the funny thing, I have this theory. I have this theory about pro wrestling. I think that I think you would be hard pressed to find how am I going to word this? I think the vast majority of people, if you show them pro wrestling, because I did the same thing, they'll start out making fun of it. But once they see somebody that they kind of like, whether appreciate or identify with or something, it changes instantly. I think there are
Okay.
far more people that would actually enjoy pro wrestling than don't, but there's this weird cultural stigma around it, and they're kind of afraid. Like even wrestling fans today, some of them are kind of like really hush hush about it. Like they don't talk about it unless they know they're in like a safe space. And it's like, nah, dude. People love wrestling. People have always loved wrestling because it's fun. It's
Okay.
awesome.
You lost me at wrestling. I'm just kidding, man.
Hey,
I
Vampiro.
wanna. Well, that's a different thing. That he was a cultural icon in the '90s and early 2000 in Latin America.
What?
I wanna say thank you, Jake. 7:04. That's
You're
up
welcome.
2 full hours. People in ICAR are gonna start busting our balls. So thank you, everyone. It was Toon Talk 2.0. Thank you for the new followers. Remember to follow and subscribe. And we see you next Tuesday with, I'm really excited about the 2 commercials that we're going to present next Tuesday. So
That's right, everyone. We'll catch you next Tuesday.
Tuesday later. Roll them up.